Hey guys, first off I want to say Happy New Year's to everyone, and also Happy Holidays if you're still celebrating holidays. And it's good to be back. Seriously, it's really good to be back. I've been gone for about a month from reviews and everything. But if you're still a student like myself, then you know how serious it can get during the finals and you know all those projects that had to be given in, as well as I took the time off as well to celebrate the holidays with my family and friends. So today I come to you with a chapter review of All Out with chapter 70. And first off, before I get into the review, do not mind this flat screen TV that's behind me. We recently got a new television, a bigger one, and we just put this here simply because we don't know where we're going to put it for the time for currently. So this is just going to be here for the time being, so don't mind it too much. Nonetheless, within this chapter, nothing much really happened, just like in chapter 69, but this is just a setup for bigger and better stuff to come at. And if you see by the end of the chapter, you can kind of predict what's going to happen for chapter 71. So in this chapter, we have where Kibi brought in a few of the second years, like Kifune, Noka, and a few others, as well as Gion, who's the only first year amongst them, to talk about the team positions. Now, as you're reading this chapter, you come to the realization that within the second years, there is not much, diversity amongst the positions within the second year group. And if you look at the whole of Jinko's team, I do believe there is more second years compared to the third years, and definitely the first years. So to see that there's not much diversity, and most of the players within the second year play in the position of wing, and a few plays fullback or scrum half, possibly one or two play flanker, but nonetheless, this may be a problem, something that we saw Kibi brought up within this chapter. Now, he said once the third years graduate and leave and they move on, their generation becomes the third years. Within their year, there's going to be a lot of holes within the team, simply because, like I said, the second year group doesn't have a lot of diversity. There's not much people playing different positions as they should. Now, everyone is inclined to play a position whatever they feel most comfortable in, or which one they best fit for. But this, like I said, can cause future problems until they can find a way to fix that. And also for the fact that Kibi realized that in order to fix some of these problems for him in particular, while yes, his position is full back, and even though he's most of the time on the bench while Kifune is on the field, because he also plays on the position and he's kind of better, as we saw at that position, he decided that in order to help the team grow, he's going to try every position and become more flexible, so he has better chances of Coach Komori actually allowing him to play in official matches. And we also see where Kibi even asks Gion his reasons for becoming flanker. Now, we know the reason for Gion becoming a flanker. At first, he was offered the idea by Oharno during the beach episode or beach chapter, saying that he fit the position, but it was ultimately because of Sekito when he went to see Ryojin during their practice match, and then he saw him playing and he admired the fact that Sekito, being the smallest person on the field, yet he's tackling guys that are 2 to 3 times bigger than himself and has no fear at that, and also that he's the number 1 flanker in Kanagawa, kind of made Gion gain a new light in him and decide that this is the position that I actually want to play, so I'm going to work hard to be this type of player and also surpass you in the long run. Not only that, we kind of see from Noka's point of view, and I do hope Shiori Sensei brings him in for latest chapters so we could get more into his character, because we don't know much about Noka, but for the many times that we see him being brought in to the series, most of the time we see him always getting be chewed out by Ebony. And most of the time he has like a nonchalant attitude and he says, oh, this is too scary. Now we actually get his point of view and his thoughts on everything that's happening within the team dynamics. Now, he does say that he's been thinking very hard on how to improve the team, but for the fact that he doesn't like pain, he doesn't like getting hurt, it actually does scare him from trying and giving it his all. And for the fact that it also frustrates him that like people like Suwa and Ebony are really good, and himself, for an average guy, he's trying to give it his all, but sometimes that even in itself doesn't work out in his favor. So even though he did look quite funny crying, we actually got to see his side of the story, if even for a little bit, and I'm really hoping we get more into his character, because that's actually pretty amazing, or probably that's not even the word for it, but it's actually nice to see from his point of view, aside from all the times we always see him throwing snide marks at Ebony, or just giving this kind of distant type of look, like he's not trying to give it his all. I want to see his reasons for still sticking in the team, and how will Shiori Sensei improve on his character. Now, by the end of the chapter, we see where Sekizan and Yoshida Sensei are in front of this high school building. Now, this can just mean one thing. It's time for preliminaries. This is, well, given the history of Jinko, this may be their first time actually stepping foot, or even one step close to Hanazono. So this is actually a big step, given that, you know, they got Coach Komori and that they trained and they gotten so much better since the beginning of this team. Now they're finally getting closer to their goal, but it's still a long way. It's still a long way that they have to get to. And of course, once they start these official matches, compared to the practice matches, if you lose a game, you're out. It's not like, oh, if you lose a game, you have many chances to continue to play. No, this is totally different, and we're going to see how this team is going to prove themselves once they have actually stepped foot into official matches, into the league of rugby players within their region, within their year group. So I'm actually pretty excited about this. I cannot wait to see what how All Out is going to play this, and see what is in store for Jinko and how they're going to face up against even bigger and stronger opponents as they go on this journey to reach closer and hopefully win Hanazono at the end of the day. So that's the end of my review. Now, if you look on my Twitter, I'm going to put a link in the description box. There are at least 5 shows that I'm reviewing for this winter season. Of course, one of them being a sequel, which is Gintama, the Silver Soul arc. As you all know, if you didn't know, this is the last arc. No, there is no arc after the Silver Soul arc, because this arc is still ongoing in the manga, and this continues off from the Rakio arc that happened back in January of 2017. So this arc is the conclusion of everything. Not only that, there is a new anime that I'm going to start reviewing coming this Saturday by the name of Gakuen Babysitters. Then on Sunday, along with Gintama, there is Sanrio Danchi. The next anime I plan to review is Violet Evergarden. That show looks to be the most anticipated show of this particular season, of winter season, as well as there's another one by the name of, I'm actually looking up right now, It's about a 17-year-old female, uh 17-year-old female who has fallen in love with a 45-year-old man. So I want to know, how does that play out? That's a different type of romance that I never really read or watch. I mean, I read like age difference shoujos or romance mangas, so I never really watch them, but I read them. The name is Koi wa Ame Gari no Yuni. That is a mouthful, but that's coming out on January 11th, and Violet Evergarden is coming out on January 10th. So if I get this correctly, Gakuen Babysitters is January 7th. My bad. That's January 7th. Sanrio is January 6th. Gintama is January 7th. The Koi comes out on the 11th. And Violet Evergarden is January 10th. Of course, I'm going to leave another link of a post that I made about what to look forward in 2018. So I'm going to continue editing and adding in more shows that people may be interested in by looking through different forums, looking through Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, of shows that people are anticipating for, and telling of when these shows come out, the month that they come out in, and that way you guys have like a checklist to keep yourself updated for new upcoming anime. But this year in terms of the anime that's coming out, it looks way better than 2017, and then possibly it may even look better than 2016. Not only that, I feel like this is the year of sequels. Like how 2016 was the year of sports, this is the year of sequels, and I cannot wait. I'm actually pretty amped up for anime of 2018. So do tell me in the comment section below on how you felt about this chapter of All Out Chapter 70, as well as to tell me what shows are you planning to watch this year, and in this particular winter season, what shows is on your watch list to watch for winter 2018. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!